Y'all, if you think Trump has hit rock bottom, baby, he just started digging. Donald Trump's panic is so loud at this point, you don't even need the volume up to hear it. You can see it in everything he does. The unhinged midnight rants, the wild threats about invasions, the meltdowns at reporters, the tantrums aimed at his own party. This is not strength. This is a man slipping, spiraling, and scrambling for a storyline that doesn't exist anymore. And let's be crystal clear. The Epstein ghost is haunting him harder than any political opponent ever could. Every time new photos drop from Epstein's private island, those grim, damning images from a place Trump once bragged about visiting, he suddenly starts screaming about Venezuela, war, taking out boats. We know every house, every route. Sweetheart, nobody asked you to audition for Narcos. We just asked why your name keeps showing up next to a convicted sex trafficker. And then this man has the nerve, the delusion, the straight up audacity to claim he led the charge for transparency on the Epstein files. No, sir. Democrats pushed it. Republicans with a backbone signed on. Trump and Mike Johnson stood there like two men who realized the train was coming and decided their best strategy was to get out of the way and pretend they were driving. While all this chaos erupts, Trump's own party is starting to fall apart like a cheap suit. Nancy Mace floating the idea of quitting because Republican leadership mistreats women? Girl, welcome to the realization the rest of America had decades ago. The GOP has been waging war on women's autonomy, rights, and dignity since before Trump ever descended his tacky golden escalator. And while MAGA is fracturing, Trump is on stage delivering some of the most racist rants he's given in years, attacking Somali immigrants, blaming Barack Obama for demographic changes, calling entire communities unworthy of living in Minnesota. It's the same old Trump, hateful, delusional, and terrified of a world where he isn't worshipped. Then there's the cabinet meeting, the one where Mr. Most energetic president ever looked like he was one blink away from a full-on nap. Marco Rubio is sitting next to him, bragging about his unstoppable leadership, and Trump is over there sinking into his chair like he's listening to a bedtime story. And Fox News tried to spin it by calling naps a sign of brilliance. Sweetheart, if naps were genius, half of America would have a Nobel Prize by now. But here's the truth Trump fears the most. MAGA is cracking because it was never built on values. It was built on bigotry, resentment, conspiracy, and blind devotion to a man who cannot hold it together. Now that they have to decide what they stand for, besides whatever Trump yells today, they're lost. Some want war. Some pretend they're anti-war. Some still adore him. Some are peeking at the emergency exit. Without a common enemy, they turn on each other because hate doesn't know how to stay in one direction. It ricochets, and it's ricocheting right inside MAGA. So yes, Trump is unraveling, not because of one scandal, but because every scandal circles back to him. Because Epstein's shadow is getting longer. Because his party is slipping through his fingers. Because his lies aren't landing like they used to. Because his base finally sees the cracks he can't hide, not in his policies, but in him. A movement built on fear collapses as soon as the fear stops working. And Donald Trump? Baby, the fear stopped working.